a person that he leaves that which does not concern him. This hadith is also from Jawami'ul Kalim. Imam Abu Dawud said there are 4 hadiths upon which there is madar of deen, and this hadith is one of them. Min husni Islamil mar'i, beauty of the Islam of a person. That means a person can be a beautiful Muslim or he can be an ugly Muslim. Good Muslim, bad Muslim. Salih Muslim, Fasiq Muslim. So if you want to be a good Muslim, a Salih Muslim, a beautiful Muslim, you have to do certain things. For example, in one hadith, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked, Ayyul Muslimeen afzal, which Muslim is the best? And he replied, Man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi, from whose hands and tongue others feel safe. In another hadith, same wordings, Al-Muslimu man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. The complete Muslim, Kamil Muslim, perfect Muslim is he from whose tongue and hands others feel safe. Meaning, his tongue is under control, he does not abuse people verbally, swearing, backbiting, slandering, accusing, fighting, arguing. This all makes a person bad Muslim, ugly Muslim. So he controls his tongue, he withholds his tongue, and hands stealing other people's stuff, hitting, punching, slapping, stabbing, shooting, killing, crime. He avoids these things. If he is doing these things, then he is not a good Muslim. To be a good Muslim, you should control your tongue and you should control your hands, then you will be a good Muslim. Similar case in another place, وَأَحْسِنْ إِلَى جَارِكَ تَكُنْ مُسْلِمًا. Be nice and kind towards your neighbors, you will be a good Muslim, perfect Muslim. So you have to be kind and nice to your neighbors. If you're not nice to them, if you treat them badly, you abuse them, you harm them, they're scared of you, then you're not a good Muslim, you're a bad Muslim. In another hadith, Huzur Akram sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Wallahi la yu'minu, Wallahi la yu'minu, Wallahi la yu'minu, Man la ya'manu jaruhu bawa'iqahu. Wallah, that person is not a mu'min, Wallah is not a mu'min, Wallah is not a mu'min, whose neighbors don't feel safe from his attacks and his harms. He's always attacking, abusing, harming this neighbor, that neighbor, this neighbor, that neighbor. They're all scared of him. Says he's not a proper Muslim. So he mentioned many things like this. One of the things mentioned over here is that to be a good Muslim, min husni Islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'nihi. You leave that which does not concern you. It does not concern me. Why should I talk about it? Why should I indulge in it? Somebody started a rebel of someone, say, I keep quiet. It doesn't concern me. And something else, dunya, talking about shares, talking about stock, Bitcoin, this coin, that coin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. It doesn't concern me, it's not with me, I don't want to talk about it. So things that does not concern you, you should leave them. Some people have a very bad habit. They are into chickering. Investigate. उसके घर में क्या हो रहा है, what's happening in his house, her house, neighbor क्या कर रहा है, यूं करके करेंगे, की होल में से देखेंगे कि अंदर क्या हो रहा है. So this type of chickering attitude, investigative mind, butting into other people's business, inquiring about them, investigating them. This makes you a bad Muslim. To be a good Muslim, you have to leave that which does not concern you. I have nothing to do with it, I don't want to talk about it. Hazrat Luqman Hakim alayhi salam, a great wise man, Luqman the wise. He was so nice person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, revealed one surah in his name and mentioned his beautiful words of wisdom in there. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةَ أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِلَّهِ. We gave him hikmat and wisdom. And after some verses, Allah mentions the nasihats which he made to his son. يا بني إنها إن تك مثقال حبة من خردل فتكن في صخرة أو في السماوات أو في الأرض يأتي بها الله إن الله لطيف خبير. يا بني أقم الصلاة وأمر بالمعروف وانه عن المنكر واصبر على ما أصابك إن ذلك من عزم الأمور ولا تصعر خدك للناس ولا تمشي في الأرض مرحا إن الله لا يحب كل مختال فخور واقصد في مشيك واغضض من صوتك إن أنكر الأصوات لصوت الحمير. Beautiful words of wisdom. They require a tafsir of 1 hour. Now, someone asked him, Luqman, a very wise person, someone said to him, he was colored and his lips were thick. So someone said to him, Luqman, your lips are really thick. He said, yeah, but the words that come out of there are very thin, subtle, beautiful. And he was right. Sayyiduna Luqman Hakim was asked, Ma balagha bika ma tara? What took you to that high level which we see you? You are such a nice person and you say such wise things. And he thought and he said 3 things. صدق الحديث وأداء الأمانة وترك ما لا يعنيك. 3 things I developed in me. Number 1, I always spoke the truth, I've never lied. And number 2, Adabul Amana. I have always returned the trust with which I was entrusted with. Someone's money, something was deposited to me to look after, keep safe. I kept it safe. When they asked for it, I returned it straight away to them. Amanat Dadi, Amanat Ada Karna. To be a trustworthy person. Truthfulness and trustworthiness. People used to trust him. So he said, number 2, Adabul Amanat. And number 3, Tarku ma la ya'ni. Whatever does not concern me, I left it. It doesn't concern me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to indulge in it. Go away from here. Don't waste my time. So things that do not concern us, if we leave them, then we get some hikmah and wisdom from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is why Hasan Basri is reported to have said, من علامة إعراض الله عن العبد أن يجعل شغله فيما لا يعنيه. It is from the signs of Allah turning away from a person that He makes him busy in layani things. Lahwiyat, khel, tamasha, layani. If you see a person busy in these layani things, that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like that person. Allah has turned away from that person. He's busy in layani things. And I'm sorry to say, sometimes these sports are also layani. Right? Some people are into one sport, but the other sports seem boring to them. Like for example, in England, we have football, soccer. Or new people have basketball, baseball. India and Pakistan have cricket. Now, you might find cricket boring, but basketball interesting. We will find soccer interesting, but baseball boring. That means that these things are layani things, lahwiyat. That's why we don't like the other sports. But this other sport which we like, Shaitan has seen that he likes this sport, so Shaitan busies them in it. And you will see these people so fascinated about that sport. Their discussion into discussion into discussion. Their majlis is filled with sport, players, games, who's winning, who's losing, how many points have they got, what they're going to do, who's going to play next, and how they're going to play, who's going to score goals, and they discuss. But we have a radio called Talk Radio. If you open that, they talk in such a manner that they're going to change the whole football world. और इसमें लंबा डिस्कशन करना है तो औरतों को रख दे देगा बस लेडीज को रख दिया इतना पे वो औरत फुटबॉल को जानती है नहीं और इतना पे करती है कि आपका दिमाग चढ़ जाती है तो ये सब लयानी चीजें हैं This is layani, it doesn't concern us, it's a waste of time. So leave that. To be a beautiful Muslim, leave these things that do not concern you. These games, they turn you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are a major distraction. I read in one place that when, centuries back, Caesar, the Byzantine emperor, he was going through some recession and there was going to be a revolt against him. He gathered his parliamentarians, how do we control this? And they gave him, a trick. He said, open an arena and start some sports game in there and busy people in there, they'll forget their recession. And that's what he did. And he succeeded. People got so busy in those games, the lions and fighting and circus and this, they forgot they were going through recession. That's exactly what's happening today. They're busy doing these things so they can keep ruling over you. Your mind is distracted, you're always into these things, you don't, but in their business, they keep you busy in here. So, we are being told that these things are lahwiyat, layani cheez, just leave them. And we read in Quran Sharif in Surah Al-A'raf, وَنَادَى أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ أَصْحَابَ الْجَنَّةِ أَنْ أَفِيضُوا عَلَيْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ أَوْ مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ. Jahannamis will say to the Jannatis, give us some water to drink, give us some food. And the Jannatis will reply, قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ حَرَّمَهُمَا عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ. Jannat's food and drink is haram for the kafirin. Who are the kafirin? Read the next line. الَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا دِينَهُمْ لَهْوًا وَلَعِبًا وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. Those whose religion was lahu and la'ib, amusements, entertainments and games. That was their religion. That was their God. That was their aim. They used to worship their sport. They used to worship their amusement, entertainment, their games. All the time busy in amusement and entertainment. This is first reason. And وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. The worldly life deceived them. They fell for the worldly life. They thought this life is it. We have to work, eat, sleep, rest, play, enjoy. After our eyes close, we go down under, there's nothing there. That's what they used to think. وَغَرَّتْهُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا فَالْيَوْمَ نَنْسَاهُمْ كَمَا نَسُوا لِقَاءَ يَوْمِهِمْ هَذَا وَمَا كَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يَجْحَدُونَ. Allah said, today we will forget them like they forgot us. Forgetfulness, when you forget something, you leave it, you abandon it. So it means we will abandon them just as they abandoned us. And وَمَا كَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يَجْحَدُونَ. And because they used to deny and reject our verses, this is why they will get no food of Jannah today, no drink of Jannah today. You see how Allah abhors and hates and dislikes lahu and la'ab is mentioned here. Especially the reason why the Jannah's food and drink is haram upon the kafir. So all these layani stuff, Turn away from there, my young friend. Value your life. Life is more than just sports. Don't always be talking about about sports. Value your life. Do something constructive. Study properly. Get some nice degrees. Don't just be on the computer playing games all the time. Don't just be on the TV watching movies and films all the time. Don't waste your life. Your life is melting away. Use your life for some good purpose. This is what this hadith is saying. Min husni Islamil mar'i tarkuhu ma la ya'nihi. It is from the beauty of the Islam of a person that he abandons, he leaves those things which do not concern him, which are not important. He pays attention to the important aspects of his life. He pays attention to those things that concern him. This is the part of the beauty of the Islam of a Muslim. May Allah make us beautiful Muslims. May Allah give us the tawfiq to develop all those qualities within us which make us a good Muslim, a beautiful Muslim, a pious Muslim. May Allah keep us strong on our deen and iman and accept from us. Jazakumullah khairan wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala sayyidina